What do you think? Good. Hey, good morning. It is Wednesday morning, September 6th, 2017, and I'm headed into work for the day. I just dropped Grant off and to his mom's. Man, I'm gonna have to get my dash cam or something, and like some of the conversations that him and I have are just so awesome, just amazing. So today he asked me, he said, "Dad, did trees have armpits?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Oh, okay," because I tried to tickle in the armpit of the tree in front of my mom's house, but nothing happened. And then so I was like, "Well, which armpit did you tickle?" So he showed me. I'm like, "I don't think that's the right armpit." So he's gonna try again. And then he was asking if it rained. He said he's always asking me like, "Dad, is it gonna rain today? Did it rain? Is it gonna rain?" And I never quite could figure out like why he always is seemingly randomly asking me if it rained. Well, he said, "Why is there water all over that car that we're driving next to? It's like almost 7:30 a.m. And so I explained to him the concept of dew. So he's like, "Oh, I always thought it rained every single night." And so that was kind of interesting. But trying to think what else. So yesterday he was telling me this story. So I mentioned yesterday that Grant got in trouble for slapping or hitting a kid on his leg or something. But I was talking to Grant last night on the ride home, and it was kind of nice. He opened up to me a little bit. But he was telling me, he said, "Dad, one of my best friends, Jonathan, I always play with, and I wanted to make a new friend with Jonathan and Noah." And then he said, "Well, Noah and Jonathan became friends, and now Jonathan doesn't want to play with me at all. And all I wanted to do was be friends with both of them, so all three of us could play." He's like, "It kind of hurts my feelings." I was like, "That's interesting." So, I asked him, I said, "Well, is there anything that you did to any of the boys that would make them not like you? Because, I mean, that's usually kind of what happens. Like, there's a reason why people don't want to play with you." And I said, "Do they want to play different things than you? Maybe that's what it is." And he said, "No, they play the same stuff and all this, but they just don't want to play with him." So I was kind of thinking about it more and talking more, and I was like, he told me that Jonathan lives on his street. So he plays with Jonathan, like, I think every day after school or something, at home. Jonathan's not in his class, but he's at his school. So he's talking about, like, recess time, like when they're all together outside at recess or something. But, so it's Jonathan and Noah. Noah is in Grant's class. So I was, like, thinking about it, and I'm like, "Grant, what's the name of the kid that you hit yesterday?" And he told me it was Noah. So I had to explain to him, like, "Grant, if you want Noah to be your friend, you can't be hitting him. Friends don't hit each other like that." And I said, maybe that's part of the reason why he doesn't want to play with you. And I don't know, I didn't work out the timeline to know if Grant hit the kid before recess or after recess. So maybe, like, it was after recess, and Grant was upset that that kid wouldn't play with Grant anymore, so then he lashed out at him. But kind of interesting hearing his side of the story and all that. He, like, until I kind of sorted it out, he didn't mention all that, and he started kind of getting a little upset and crying when he was telling me that those kids are hurting his feelings but not playing with him and stuff. And then I kind of was like, well, once I sorted it out, I'm talking to him, and I said, like, when friends aren't nice to each other, they don't want to hang out with each other. And I said, like, with I'm like, that's the reason why me and Grant's stepdad don't hang out anymore, is because he wasn't nice at all and all that. So I think he started to realize, like, he did something wrong, because then he tried changing the subject and stuff. But it's tough, man. It is so tough. I can't believe that they're talking about doing detention in kindergarten. It's just bad. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's about it that's going on. It's been a busy week. I was supposed to go over by Luke's tonight, but now he says he's busy. Whatever. Stay tuned for more. Oh my goodness. So, it's about noon. I am leaving work to go to a work function. So I totally forgot about it being today. But they're doing a celebration luncheon type thing at Top Golf for my work. So how exciting is that? Pretty pumped. It's always nice to get out of work and, you know, relax and spend some time outside of work with coworkers and stuff. So it'll be a good time. Headed there now. It's actually like right across the street from my work. So what was I gonna say? So guess what? I'm finally caught up with my daily vlogs. So the only vlogs that I have left are what day is today? Wednesday is what I have like on the camera. So I have to unload the camera, but which is like from Monday on, which isn't too bad. I was like a month behind on daily renders, and then like 3 months behind on backing up my data. So what I do is I have a separate hard drive or a second hard drive, and all I do is copy the final daily renders to that, just so I got another backup copy in case my main hard drive fails or anything like that. Ran into an issue with my backup service, so I use a cloud backup service called CrashPlan, and I've been using them for years. I love them. I've backed up terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of data to these guys over the years, and it's relatively inexpensive. It's, I don't know, 100, 150 bucks a year, and they are discontinuing their consumer-based services, so they're only working towards like business and stuff like that, big businesses. So it sucks. So I need to basically cancel my service with them and either come up with something else or build like a RAID type, Drobo type backup hard drive system or solution. Not quite sure what to do yet, because, you know, I need to start backing up and cataloging or archiving like fucking lots of data, like terabytes of data. So to have that, it's going to cost me some money to build a solution for this, probably like $1,000 or something. So I had come across an extra like tape drive at work, and I wanted to try to see if I can get that up and running. So like a LTO4 or something like that, I don't know. Tapes aren't really the best way to do it. They're still magnetic and all that, but they're not moving and all that. So, you know, I think that they would be fine for many, many years as long as I have a reader or a method for being able to access it. But wow, talk about turbo weather. Nice. Okay, let's see here. So let's see. I'm driving through a crazy intersection here, but yeah, I'm excited. So there is Top Golf. Probably can't see it, but there's big ass nets that stick up behind these trees. Let's see if we can see it in just a second here. See those nets? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So Top Golf, for those of you that don't know, it's like a driving range, and it's a really fancy driving range. They have like a target type system out in the field that you hit your balls at or into or onto. Every ball has like an RFID type of tracker system, so you know, or the computer tells you where you hit it, how far you hit it, all that stuff. So it's fun. I don't think I'm gonna bring my camera in there just because I have so many days worth of footage on here. I don't want to lose it or misplace it or anything like that, and then end up having you know, all my top secrets getting into coworkers' hands or anything like that. So stay tuned for more. Not bad, huh?